Hello, it's Goes Reviews. You suggested I review it, and welcome back to the Road to Christmas. Today we are continuing on this road by taking a look at Home Alone from 20th Century Fox.
Where are you going? We're gonna miss the plane!
When the McAllister family left on their Christmas vacation,
Did we miss the plane? No, you just made it. Yeah!
they forgot one small thing.
Have yourself
Terrible feeling. Did you lock up?
let yourself be light.
Do we set the timers on the lights?
What else could we be forgetting?
Our troubles will be ours.
Kevin!
Home Alone.
Police in the northern suburbs are on the lookout for a pair of burglars who are calling themselves the Wet Bandits.
We know that you're in there.
It's Santa Claus and his elf. Get off my property.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
Where's your mother?
My mom's in the car.
Where's your father?
He's at work.
What about your brothers and sisters?
I'm an only child.
Where do you live?
Can't tell you that,
Why not?
because you're a stranger.
He's a kid. I mean, what can a kid do to us? Kids are stupid. I know I was. You still are, Marv.
This is it.
I don't care if I have to get out on your runway and hitchhike. I am going to get home to my son. Yes! Where are you, you little creep? I'm gonna kill that kid! Why did you take your shoes off? Why do you dress like a chicken?
Gus Polinski, polka king of the Midwest. If you have to get to Chicago, we'll gladly drive you.
Hey, guys.
Yesterday, he was just a kid. But tonight, he's a home security system.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
From John Hughes,
You know, I got a feeling this is going to be your best Christmas ever.
a family comedy without the family. Home Alone.
Are you here all alone?
I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
Directed by Chris Columbus, coming November 16th.
So Home Alone came out in 1990, and it stars Macaulay Culkin as a young boy named Kevin McAllister, whose family is about to go on a trip to Paris for Christmas. However, they get so caught up in going to the trip, they accidentally leave Kevin at home by himself. And at first, the idea of being all alone seems like a wonderful dream to Kevin, as he does all the stuff I'm pretty sure every kid would have done if they were left by themselves. Jumps on the bed, eats junk food, runs around, screams in the hallways, and watches movies that he's not supposed to be. However, his paradise slowly goes down when two crooks, the Wet Bandits, Harry and Marv, played by, I believe, Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, start to break in and try to rob everything. However, he's one step ahead of them and places a bunch of booby traps around the house to give them the slip. Now, this movie was one of the most popular Christmas 90s films when it came out. It was well loved by critics, most of them. It did great with audiences, and it was apparently ranked second best Christmas film. Apparently number one was Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie. But back to Home Alone. Now, this movie is probably one of the funniest comedies I've ever seen in my life. Macaulay Culkin is really great at playing this kid who seems a lot smarter for a young boy his age. Sure, there's some stuff he does not know, but there's some stuff he doesn't know. Like, for example, he may not know how to pack a suitcase, but he knows how to do laundry, pay for stuff at a grocery store, and can know that a mall Santa Clauses may not be the real Santa, but probably works for him. There's some other great characters, like there's Kevin's mother, who really does whatever it takes to get back to her house to check on her son. There's the other characters, like there's Kevin's older brother Buzz, who is one of those you love to hate him characters. Then there's old man Marley, who seems like a cruel, scary old man, but he turns out to be a nice guy with a tragic past. Then you have the villains, Harry and Marv, and these two are hilarious. They're really great working off each other. They get a lot of funny lines, and when it comes down to it, they're idiots. They're just a couple of bottom-of-the-barrel crooks, which makes it believe that a young boy can be smarter than two bumbling idiots. Now, the casting is great, and the humor is also really great. There's a lot of physical humor and a lot of really funny lines, such as, you know, keep the change, you filthy animal, or you guys give up, you're thirsty for more. You know, a lot of great lines like that. Then there's probably everybody has their favorite moments, and I have a few favorites. My first favorite moment is the pizza boy scene. Kevin orders a pizza for a while, but in order to hide the fact that he's at home by himself, he uses the film Angels with Filthy Souls during one of the scenes and makes it look like there's somebody else with him. Now, while it's a funny scene, there are a few problems. One, he's using a VCR, so there's no way he'd be able to rewind, fast forward to the right moments. Two, the audio would be a little weird. How the pizza boy does not know he's talking to a TV is pretty stupid. Three, there is no way Kevin would be able to give mini dialogue just from one scene of the film. For example, I'm going to get a conversation going here. Use a bunch of different lines from movies and see if they can work it out. Even this should be easy.
Who the hell are you? It's Little Nero, sir. I have your pizza. Hey. Well, what about the money?
How do you sleep at night?
Well, you have to pay for your pizza, sir.
All right, I'll give you 10.
That'll be $11.80, sir.
11? Did I hear you right? 11? This cost me 12?
Cheapskate.
Want to play this? Okay. Have a play with it. Come on. Okay. Do you want to play rough? Okay. Well, say hello to my little friend.
Best I can do. Another thing is, despite the fact the pizza boy thinks he got shot at, he doesn't even call the cops. What? I know. So, another funny moment is, of course, the booby trap scenes. And all these traps are funny. The idea that a lot of people think of how illogical this whole thing is, that's kind of the point. You gotta throw reality out the window with this movie if you are to enjoy it. Otherwise, you'll hate this film. If you can accept the fact that an 8-year-old kid can ward off 2 bumbling burglars with booby traps, I think you can believe anything. And I think the reason this film works is so funny is because of the slapstick. If this was 2D animated, it wouldn't really matter what the humor was like, since they're just cartoon characters getting hurt. However, since it's real-life actors acting like cartoon characters getting hurt, it's hilarious. There's a lot of really painful moments, like the hot doorknob on the hand, the nail through the foot, and the iron to the face. But besides that, they're not that bad. They're more like injuries that'll probably last for a long time. So, with that said, Home Alone 2 is a great film. It has humor, has some good Christmas spirit, funny as hell slapstick, and a decent main character as well as decent side characters. I give this film 2 cheese. How about 8.5 cheese pizzas all to myself out of 10. Join me next time where we start looking at all the sequels. Yes, there is more than 3.